The bullet entered through the window at 2,426 meters. The German officer collapsed without knowing what had killed him. Soviet sniper Vasily Zaitsev marked his 225th confirmed kill in a notebook that would become evidence in one of the most remarkable individual campaigns of the Second World War. But Zaitsev, for all his lethal skill, occupied only one level in a hierarchy of precision shooters that extends far beyond what most people understand about the sniper's craft. The distance between a marksman and a master sniper is not measured in meters or confirmed kills. It is measured in capabilities that transform fundamentally at each stage of development. 5 distinct levels separate the soldier, who can hit a target at 300 yards, from the specialist, who can eliminate enemies beyond the range where they even know they are being hunted. Understanding these levels reveals why militaries invest extraordinary resources developing snipers, why some shooters achieve legendary status while others remain competent but unremarkable, and why the difference between levels determines who survives and who becomes another statistic in someone else's count. Level 1 is the designated marksman. Every infantry platoon needs soldiers who can engage targets beyond the effective range of standard rifles. These are not snipers in the specialized sense. They are riflemen with better equipment and slightly enhanced training who provide precision fire in support of their unit's immediate tactical needs. The designated marksman carries a rifle with magnified optics, usually chambered in the same caliber as standard infantry weapons to simplify logistics. He moves with his squad, fights with his squad, and never operates independently from the larger formation. His engagement range rarely exceeds 600 meters. His targets are enemy combatants who present immediate threats to friendly forces. His mission is supporting the infantry assault or defense, not independent hunting. The training required to produce a designated marksman is measured in weeks rather than months. Marksmanship fundamentals, ballistics basics, range estimation, and integration with squad tactics. Nothing exotic or particularly specialized. The washout rate is low because the standards are achievable for any competent rifleman with steady hands and good eyesight. Thousands of designated marksmen serve in modern militaries. They fill a necessary role in the tactical structure, but they are not snipers, and they would be the first to acknowledge the distinction. During the Battle of Fallujah in November 2004, designated marksmen from Marine rifle companies engaged insurgents from rooftops and upper-story windows while their squads cleared buildings below. They provided overwatch, eliminated specific threats, and supported the immediate tactical situation. Their contribution was valuable, and in some cases decisive for the survival of their units, but they were not conducting sniper operations in any meaningful sense. They were enhanced riflemen doing what enhanced riflemen do. Level 2 is the basic sniper. This is where specialization truly begins, and where the separation from ordinary infantry becomes permanent. The basic sniper attends a formal school that lasts months and eliminates a significant percentage of candidates before graduation. He learns fieldcraft that goes far beyond anything taught in standard infantry training. Camouflage and concealment techniques that make him invisible at distances where most soldiers would be easily spotted. Stalking methods that allow movement through hostile terrain without detection. Advanced ballistics including wind reading, temperature effects, barometric pressure, and the Coriolis effect on long-range shots. Range estimation without electronic aids. Observation and intelligence gathering skills that transform him into a reconnaissance asset as valuable for what he reports as for what he kills. The basic sniper operates in a two-man team with a spotter who is equally trained and shares responsibility for target detection, range calculation, and security. His effective range extends to approximately 800 meters with standard 7.62mm rifles, though exceptional shooters can push beyond 1,000 meters under ideal conditions. His mission profile expands beyond immediate tactical support to include independent operations behind enemy lines, assassination of high-value targets, disruption of enemy command and control, and psychological warfare through the fear his presence creates. The training washout rate climbs above 30% because the standards are genuinely difficult, and not every competent rifleman possesses the patience, discipline, and mental characteristics required for sniper work. The number of basic qualified snipers in any military is measured in hundreds rather than thousands. They are specialists whose skills require continuous maintenance and whose deployment is carefully managed. Chris Kyle, the most lethal sniper in American military history with 160 confirmed kills, operated primarily at this level during his deployments to Iraq. He was exceptionally skilled within the parameters of basic sniper operations. He supported SEAL team operations, eliminated threats to friendly forces, and conducted urban sniper missions from prepared positions. His longest confirmed kill was 2,100 yards, achieved with a .338 Lapua Magnum rifle under circumstances that required skill and luck in equal measure. But Kyle himself acknowledged in his memoir that he was a tactical sniper supporting immediate operations, not a strategic asset conducting independent campaigns. The distinction matters because it defines the difference between levels 2 and 3. Level 3 is the advanced sniper. This is where the craft becomes art and where natural talent separates from learned skill. The advanced sniper has completed basic training and then returned for advanced courses that teach capabilities beyond what most snipers will ever need or use. He can engage targets beyond 1,200 meters with consistency that defies probability. He understands ballistics at a level approaching engineering, calculating trajectories that account for variables most shooters never consider. Spin drift, the lateral deviation caused by the bullet's rotation. The Magnus effect, where wind interacts with the spinning projectile. Vertical Coriolis, the effect of Earth's rotation on bullets traveling long distances north or south. He can build hides that remain undetected for days while he observes enemy positions and waits for the perfect shot. He can infiltrate denied territory, survive on minimal supplies, and exfiltrate without ever being compromised. The advanced sniper often serves as an instructor, passing knowledge to the next generation of shooters. He develops doctrine and techniques that become standard practice across the sniper community. His value to his military extends beyond his personal kill count to his contribution to institutional knowledge. The training to reach this level requires years of experience and multiple advanced courses that only a small percentage of basic snipers ever attend. The standards are high enough that many competent snipers never progress beyond level 2, not because they lack dedication, but because they lack the specific combination of skills required. British sniper Craig Harrison achieved what was then the longest confirmed sniper kill in history in November 2009, striking 2 Taliban machine gunners at a distance of 2,475 meters in Helmand Province, Afghanistan. The shots required approximately 6 seconds of flight time. The bullets dropped approximately 400 feet from the bore line before impact. Harrison made the calculations, adjusted for wind and temperature, and executed shots that most snipers would consider impossible. He operated at level 3, demonstrating capabilities that separate advanced snipers from their basic qualified peers. But even Harrison's remarkable achievement represents a ceiling that level 4 snipers operate beyond. Level 4 is the specialist sniper. These are shooters who have transcended conventional sniper operations entirely and developed capabilities that place them in a category beyond normal military structure. They are counter-sniper experts who hunt other snipers in a deadly game where the slightest mistake is fatal. They are extreme long-range specialists who engage targets beyond 2,000 meters as a matter of routine rather than exceptional circumstance. They are urban snipers who have mastered the unique challenges of fighting in dense terrain where angles, glass, and concrete create ballistic problems that don't exist in open country. The specialist sniper often works alone or with a single carefully selected partner. He conducts missions that are planned at the strategic level and executed with complete autonomy. His targets are not ordinary enemy combatants, but specific individuals whose elimination serves strategic rather than tactical purposes. Enemy snipers who are terrorizing friendly forces, commanders whose death will disrupt enemy operations, technical experts whose knowledge is irreplaceable. The training to reach level 4 is not standardized because the requirements are too specialized for conventional courses. It develops through years of combat experience, mentorship from other specialists, and individual study that goes far beyond what any school teaches. The number of specialist snipers in the world at any given time is measured in dozens rather than hundreds. They are known by reputation within the sniper community, even when their names remain classified to the public. Sergeant Nicholas Irving, known as the Reaper, achieved 33 confirmed kills in a single deployment to Afghanistan, operating primarily at night with thermal optics that allowed him to engage targets other snipers could not even see. He developed techniques for urban sniping that became doctrine for rangers who followed. He hunted Taliban fighters through Kandahar with a level of aggression that redefined what was possible for a sniper supporting direct action missions. Canadian sniper Rob Furlong held the record for longest confirmed kill for several years after striking an Al-Qaeda fighter at 2,430 meters in March 2002 during Operation Anaconda. The shot required Furlong to aim approximately 60 feet above his target to account for bullet drop. He was operating with a .50 caliber Macmillan TAC-50 rifle at the absolute edge of its effective range. These men operated at level 4, demonstrating capabilities that place them among the elite specialists of their generation. but they would acknowledge that level 5 exists above them, occupied by a handful of snipers whose achievements approach the mythological. Level 5 is the Master Sniper. These are the legends whose names are spoken with reverence even by other snipers. They have achieved kill counts or made shots or conducted campaigns that define the outer limits of what is possible with a rifle. They operate beyond doctrine because they create doctrine through their actions. Simo Heihe, the Finnish sniper known as White Death, achieved over 500 confirmed kills during the Winter War of 1939 and 1940, the highest count of any sniper in history. He operated in temperatures that dropped to -40 degrees, wearing white camouflage that made him invisible against snow. He used iron sights rather than a scope because the glass could fog or reflect light and give away his position. He packed snow in his mouth while shooting so his breath would not create vapor. He was shot in the face by an explosive bullet on March 6, 1940, an injury that destroyed half his jaw and should have killed him. He survived and lived to age 96, never discussing his wartime service except to say he did what his country asked. Lyudmila Pavlichenko, the Soviet sniper who achieved 309 confirmed kills, including 36 enemy snipers during the siege of Odessa and the defense of Sevastopol, operated at a level that made her a strategic asset. She hunted German snipers who were terrorizing Soviet positions, engaging them in duels that sometimes lasted days. She was wounded 4 times and evacuated from Sevastopol before the city fell. She toured America in 1942, meeting Eleanor Roosevelt and speaking to audiences about the Soviet war effort. She told American reporters, who asked condescending questions about women in combat, that she had killed 309 fascists and was curious whether they had anything to say about that. Carlos Hathcock, the Marine sniper whose 93 confirmed kills in Vietnam do not capture his true impact on the sniper community, conducted missions that became case studies taught to every American sniper who followed. He crawled 1,500 meters over 4 days through enemy-controlled territory to eliminate a North Vietnamese general, moving inches per hour through grass, where discovery meant certain death. He killed an enemy sniper by shooting through the man's scope, a shot that required the enemy to be aiming directly at Hathcock at the moment he fired. He survived being burned over 40% of his body when his vehicle hit a mine, pulling 7 Marines from the burning wreckage before collapsing. He developed training programs that shaped American sniper doctrine for generations. These level 5 masters share certain characteristics beyond their technical skill. They possessed an almost supernatural ability to read terrain and predict enemy behavior. They demonstrated patience that allowed them to wait days for a single perfect shot rather than taking marginal opportunities. They survived situations that killed other snipers through a combination of skill, instinct, and fortune that defies easy explanation. They understood that sniping at the highest level is as much psychological as physical, a contest of wills where the shooter who makes the first mistake dies. The separation between levels is not arbitrary or based on kill counts alone. A sniper can achieve a high body count while operating at level 2 if he is deployed frequently and has target-rich environments. The levels represent capabilities and the scope of operations a sniper can successfully conduct. A level 2 sniper cannot execute the missions that level 4 specialists conduct as routine operations. A level 3 advanced sniper lacks the specific expertise that defines level 4 specialization, and level 5 masters operate in a realm beyond what training alone can produce, where natural talent and years of experience combine to create something approaching genius in their specific craft. Modern militaries recognize these distinctions in their training pipelines and assignment processes. Designated marksmen receive weeks of training and return to infantry units. Basic snipers attend months-long courses and join sniper sections. Advanced snipers are selected for instructor positions and doctrine development. Specialists are identified through combat performance and given autonomy that reflects their capabilities. Masters emerge organically through achievement that cannot be predicted or manufactured. The technology available to snipers has advanced dramatically since Simo Heihe killed Soviet soldiers with iron sights in the Finnish snow. Modern rifles can engage targets at distances that would have seemed impossible 2 generations ago. Optics provide magnification and clarity that eliminate variables that once made long shots pure luck. Ballistic computers calculate solutions that snipers once worked out manually. Thermal imaging allows engagement in darkness that would have ended operations for earlier generations. But technology does not eliminate the hierarchy of skill. It raises the baseline capability while maintaining the separation between levels. A level 2 sniper with modern equipment is more lethal than a level 2 sniper from 1944, but he still cannot perform at level 4 regardless of his equipment because the gap is not technological. The gap is in knowledge, experience, judgment, and the intangible qualities that separate competent from exceptional. The 5 levels of snipers represent a progression from enhanced rifleman to legendary specialist. Each level requires capabilities that the previous level does not possess. Each level opens mission profiles that lower levels cannot execute. Each level reduces the population of qualified shooters until level 5 contains only a handful of individuals per generation. Understanding these levels explains why snipers are force multipliers whose impact exceeds their numbers. A single level 4 specialist can terrorize an enemy battalion, forcing changes in movement patterns and creating psychological pressure that degrades combat effectiveness. A level 5 master can alter the course of battles through elimination of key leaders at critical moments. The investment required to produce advanced snipers is substantial, but the return on that investment in combat effectiveness is equally substantial. The German army learned this at Stalingrad, where Soviet snipers made daytime movement suicidal. The Americans learned this in Vietnam, where enemy snipers forced tactical changes across entire operational areas. Every military that has faced skilled snipers has learned to fear them and to invest in developing their own. From the designated marksman providing overwatch for his squad to the master sniper conducting strategic assassination behind enemy lines, each level serves necessary functions in modern warfare. The craft continues to evolve as technology advances and new conflicts create new challenges. But the fundamental hierarchy remains constant because it reflects the progression of human skill from competent to exceptional to legendary.